coaches in the game, we really ain't playing. We regroup up in the Slack chat where the coaches debrief. We be piecing these puzzles, occupy the chunk of the pie. Ain't no lie when we hit the block, helmet's casket is got. You be seeing helmet after helmet, helmet after helmet. First place, second place, fifth place, eighth place, 12th place, 15, 16, 20. So many helmets, you got blurred vision, we got too many. Tick your tech. Oh man, shit. They got us fucked up. Army, regroup. We pledge always to have that edge. We don't fire warning shots. Competition just drop. We locked and loaded before lock. Whatever the time, yeah. Do you even correlate?
Being the best requires a willingness to outwork your competition. There's always someone smarter, faster, sharper, more naturally gifted to come around.
Welcome back, Fantasy Fling with DFS Army for one more cash lineup review. Looking at Week 18, you're crazy if you play cash in Week 18, but we did. We're crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into the Week 18 cash lineup. Going to start with my cash lineup. I missed the cash line this past week. Week 18, like I said, it's crazy. I was on Mullins earlier on in the week, and I was planning on playing him, but when I started building, I just felt that there was so much value at running back that I could play Fields, and I really expected Fields to have a much better day than he did with 8 points. I thought he would hit 20 pretty easily, and he just didn't get there. And really, if you hit 150 points most weeks, you're doing really well in cash, and you're going to hit the cash line. But like I said, Week 18 shenanigans was crazy. So Fields, there's really two mistakes I made. In Jordan Mason being 60% owned, I don't see that as a mistake because 60% of the field played him. And, we didn't know that Eli Mitchell was going to outtouch him, or he wouldn't have been 60% owned. But yeah, Justin Fields, obviously Mullins was the higher owned guy and this guy that I should just went with, but I really did not think that, we would see 8 points from Fields in this one. Just wasn't a good game for him. And then, Noah Gray got 0 points, and that was really shocking to me since Travis Kelce didn't play. I really thought, he was the highest owned tight end, and next to McBride, and at 2,500, really thought he was a good play. So just crazy to see 3 guys score over 33 points and still not hit the cash lineup. But that is how Week 18 goes. It's craziness. But overall, very profitable year in cash for me. DFS Army subscribers like our boy Thomas DY, who every week he cashes. So he went Nick Mullins, who ended in his contest was 68% owned. So didn't expect it to be near a discrepancy between Fields and Mullins like that, because we had it pretty close in projections. But yeah, he went with Mullins at 5,100, and I think one of the biggest differences is that allowed him to get obviously Rachaad White and James Conner. So he was able to get Lamb, Jefferson, and then 2 stud running backs, and I think that really just made the difference for him. So Lamb, Jefferson, Ronnie Bell, he had a very similar lineup. He had that same 0 from Noah Gray, but the difference being is Rachaad White and James Conner, and then obviously Mullins smashed him with 25 points. So really good lineup from our boy Thomas D.Y. Great cash year for him. And yeah, this is just, as we kind of bring it all together, like I said, profitable year for us doing cash games with DFS Army. And, this is where you want to have the bulk of your portfolio is playing cash games. And, we just kind of going to lean on the chalkboard. Dak Prescott scored like 25 or 23, something like that. So, these are typically the top plays you're looking to play. The highest owned guys: Amir White, Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, Connor. These are guys that were obviously highly owned and, in pretty good spots. And then we had identified CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson as the top two guys. We love Kirk, but once he was ruled out, it was a pivot to Ronnie Bell, who, was only 3,200. So it was an easy $200 plus pivot. Trey McBride obviously got the most ownership at 6,000. And then Noah Gray and Everett and Ingram and Munt. And Gray were really my favorite plays next with Ingram, as you'll see here. Everett, Munt, and Noah Gray. So really, I think you did well if you just avoided Noah Gray. But, that's how those things go. This is what happens when you're guessing week 18. There's a lot of guesswork that goes on. So Dak Prescott, Justin Fields, and Nick Mullins, obviously, Dak and Mullins. Dak was your top pay up option. Mullins was your top pay down option, and they both did great. Pollard, Connor, White, couldn't have asked for, 15 points here. You got 33 points here. Pollard, I believe he had like 15, so pretty good. Lamb and Jefferson, smash. I think Jaden Reed did enough. And then Ronnie Bell at 3,200, 8 points. Yeah, you'll certainly take that. As long as you avoided Noah Gray, you did well there with Johnny Munt. He got like 11 points. And then, his pay down value at defense, Bengals, Chargers, and Broncos. So overall, it was a pay down at quarterback, pay down at running back, and you could afford the CeeDee Lambs, the Justin Jeffersons. And actually, if you pay down enough at quarterback, you could still pay up on this slate and get, the James Conner and the Pollards, the two 6K running backs, as our boy Thomas DY did, to hit that cash line. So yeah, good year. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us this year. Hope you cashed. Like I said, stay tuned to the channel. We got a lot more content coming your way. So, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you did in cash week 18. If you even play cash in week 18, if you're real crazy like we are, like I am. And, keep an eye glued to the channel because we got a lot of playoff content coming your way, including tournament tactics that's going to cover the wild card round. So make sure you hit that notification button so you don't miss an episode. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all next year.